haven't got any food. I haven't. Well, I'm up here today on one of my highest permissions because it's a lovely view. Unusually, it's a nice day. But today I'm not really going to dig too much about, looking for things. It's more about showing you an example of the tones and how I use full tones to make my decisions whether to dig or not dig. Swinging both ways, checking the hole, listening to the tones. I'll explain a bit more about that later on. So, do you swing both ways? Do you check the tones from every direction? Let's go and check out a few signals. Now, of course, the trouble with being high up, apart from being a bit cooler, is that it's windier. And I think the breeze is a bit more than I thought it was going to be. Anyway, let's get this turned on. And I'm going to be using the Deus X35 coil today. And let me see. I'm going to be using sensitivity of 86. And I'm going to leave the frequency on 17.2 for the moment. Other than that, we're off on full tones. Let's get searching. I've got a little signal here, but I don't like the sound of that. I'll tell you what, I'll see you at the first hole. Catch you in a minute. Over there, look, by the wall, there's a sheep which is showing all the signs of being just about ready to deliver. It's a bit fidgety, anxious, rocking a little bit, probably having contractions right now. Now, if that happens, and I'm lucky enough to be here, I'll see if I can film it for you. That would be an experience, wouldn't it? Now we've got a signal, 72 to 77. It doesn't sound good. It sounds okay. It's worth digging. So let's dig it. There we go, just in front of the coil. Shouldn't need a very big hole, 5 inches square, and now see where it is. Still in the hole. And I must show you this, look. That's what a friend has made for me. Keep my probe in there and keep my knife in the other side. That's cool. He printed it for me, 3D printing. Anyway, let's see. Oop. Uh-oh. It's a cow tube. I haven't found one of those for a long time, but they are typical in this part of Yorkshire. Mastitis tube, used to treat mastitis in cattle. About 30 years ago, so that's been here a long time, or longer than that even. Oh, these chaps have definitely got it right this time. Their food has arrived. Now that one sounds, a little bit odd. Well, I've got to dig it. It's in front of the coil, so it's only 30 seconds to do that, so let's try it. Well, sadly, that was just junk. I knew it didn't sound right. 16th of March, and it's the second day we've had where it's not been raining and gales since the beginning of February. I just love these views. Now this one sounds really nice. The only problem here is, of course, I'm used to digging up crap, but I'm not so used to digging in the crap. There's lots of it, but I'm determined to keep my gloves on. See if we can locate where the target is. A coin! Oh yes, told you that sounded good. George VI, halfpenny, ship, halfpenny. That'll do me. I knew that sounded better. That's the great thing with full tones. When you learn them, they never let you down. Now this one's a little bit different. It's 74, 75. And now this tone sounds just a little bit different. 74, 75. Now just listen to that tone. And here's the other one I just dug up, that halfpenny. Can you hear the difference? Now let me know, just going from tones alone, would you dig that signal? Well, I'm going to, just for you. I wouldn't, but I'm going to just for you to show you what it is. That's not the sort of tone I would usually dig, but I just want to show you. There, hey, where is it? Oh, I think I've missed it. Hang on. It's the trouble with filming one hand, digging with the other hand, and swinging with the other hand. Hang on, that means I've got three hands. That's a problem, I haven't. Right, so now let's see where it is. Ah, in the plug. Anybody guessing what it is? There somewhere. I think I can feel it. There we go. It's a piece of scrap. Bit of iron in it, I think, because it's got corrosion. But I'm not quite sure. I just knew it weren't quite the right signal to dig. But if you're on the edge of doubt, then obviously you dig it, don't you? But if you made the right decision on the last one, what do you think about this one? Would you dig that one? 93, but forget the numbers. Just using the sound. One of those 99 full tones. Would you dig that one? Have you answered yet? Well, I wouldn't. Definitely not. I'll show you why. I'll dig it to let you know why. Now then, it's at the end of the coil, as usual. I'll quickly just flick that up. If I can. Right, that's still in a hole. This is the reason why I would never dig it. There you go. A piece of steel, a tractor part probably. It's the wrong tone. Hope that helps. Now my philosophy really about digging the right tones is an obvious one, really, at least you would think it is. I've got 3 rules. Number 1 is dig the obvious ones, the easy ones. Obvious. Number 2, the coil is only telling you there is something under that ground. So once you've learnt the tones, if you get an iffy one, that is the one where you decide, should I or shouldn't I? Like that, once you learn the tones, you know you shouldn't dig it. So don't doubt, don't dig it. And of course, the bad tones. Now with the bad tones, obviously you don't dig them, but listen for an undertone, a tone lying underneath or close by. Just listen carefully to that tone in case, as I've witnessed and I've had done to me before, underneath a really grotty, horrible tone, you can hear something squeaking out at you, and underneath there's something special. In my case, it was a hammered coin. With the case of Gary with 2 R's, a friend of mine, it was a silver Roman coin. And they were both under rubbish. So really, 3 rules to observe. Dig the obvious ones, don't worry about it, don't think about it, just dig it. The iffy ones, that's up to you. The coil is only telling you there's something there. Learn to interpret the tones. And of course, the bad ones. Ignore them all, but listen for an underlying good tone. Now here's a dilemma for you. Listen. That's showing, although you should ignore the numbers, 70, 66 to 70. And this? 94. Which of those would you dig? That one? Or that one? Well, I can tell you now, I would not dig that one. That one is on the iffy side. But I still think I possibly wouldn't dig it, especially in a field with lots of signals to choose from. If I was struggling for signals, I probably would. Let's see if I'm right. Now, where is it? Not in the plug. Still in the hole. I can tell you now, I got the plug out. I definitely wouldn't dig this if it sounded like that immediately. Oh. It's in that corner. Let's see if it's still in the corner. Still in the corner, but much closer. Out. Aha. Here we are. Look. That's the one in that hole. The other hole, that louder one at 94, is going to be a piece of steel again. So again, that would have been a good decision not to dig either of those. Now this one sounds a little bit like it's choked. Let's just do it from this way. A little bit cleaner that way. But it's right at the end of the coil. I'm going to dig that and see what happens. And yes, my answer is I would have dug it. It's not fantastic. It's not a brilliant silver coin or anything like that. Silver's got a different sound altogether. But I would have dug it. Now, that sounds to me, be brave here and make a stab in the dark. That sounds like a cow tube or a piece of aluminium or a bottle top or something along that lines, but you can't ignore it. So, oh hang on, what's this? It's a piece of lead. No, it's not, it's a piece of pewter. Wish I said pewter now. Yeah, just a bit of scrap pewter. But that was borderline, so you'd have made the right decision really if you'd have dug that, because it could have been several other things too. And this cow poop is driving me nuts. I'm getting it all over my hands. Oh, crikey. If the coronavirus is not enough to go by. I'll tell you what, I quite enjoyed that, because being out in the fresh air right up here with magnificent views, that's what I enjoy most. And before we go, I'm just going to leave you with this message. To make sure you don't miss any breaking news, please remember to subscribe and click that bell icon. If you're interested in taking a look at my Etsy store, you will find there a range of things that I've found myself, or I have recycled from scrap metal, scrap silver, old coins into something that you can proudly wear. I'll leave the link to that in my video description as well. So until next time, or unless I see you in the field, good luck, good hunting, and I'll catch you later.